Thank you for visiting our channel. I want to play a song, and please listen to this song and share a few things with me. I want you to share with me the first time you heard the song, what you thought about the song, and what impact it had on you. So share the first time you heard the song, what you thought about the song, and the impact it had on you. And I'll share mine with you. They go kill, we tire. Translation: they will be tired of killing us. Now, what this means is very deep. It means that whatever is making you kill us, it's not going to stop. So you just have to keep killing us, because we will not stop doing what we are doing to make you want to kill us. That's basically what it is. What that also means is that you will never kill all of us, because in the final analysis, you will be the one who is tired of killing. We will be here doing what we are doing for you to kill us, and we will keep coming because you will never kill all of us. This song that you just listened to, when I first heard it, it told me that the people on ground zero, that southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians, they've crossed the Rubicon, they've crossed a line of no return. Because when that song started playing, I was watching it. It was obviously a burial procession, a funeral procession. I listened to the things they were saying. I heard them accusing Paul Biya directly. And as the camera panned, I saw a police van standing there and a policeman sitting in there. And I knew that the people of Ambazonia have crossed a line of no return. Now, the only thing I could do as a content provider was to provide content on why those people are singing that song and the events behind it. And so that's what I'm going to share with you. That was the first edition of Voices that I created, and then you know what Voices has become, and I think it's gone on to actually provide some content that made our people understand what we are fighting against, or what we are fighting for, what we are fighting for the most. The struggle of the people of Southern Cameroons to free themselves started from slavery. When slavery ended, German colonization took over. German colonization went from 1884 until 1916. From 1916 until 1961, it was British colonization. From 1961 to present, it's been French colonial control. And these controls have taken place in different forms and different names. The British controlled the people of southern Cameroon from 1916 until 1945 under what was called the League of Nations Mandate. From 1945 until 1961, it was under what was called a United Nations Trust territory. And from 1961 to present, the French have governed the place indirectly through the French Republic of Cameroon. In all of these controls, what remained constant is the domination of foreign rule over the people of southern Cameroon. The present revolt started when common law lawyers in southern Cameroon protested against French judges being imposed in their common law courts. These judges did not speak English, and they were judges who did not study the English common law. These were French judges or French-speaking judges from La République du Cameroun who came from a civil law background. Some call it Napoleonic law, and these were imposed on these common law courts. These lawyers felt that justice was not being served to the people of southern Cameroon by judges who do not understand the law and do not speak the language. This strike went on for a while, and teachers joined in. The teachers' problem was that French-speaking teachers were being imposed into English-speaking schools to teach children on subjects they do not understand in a language the children cannot follow. And so they did not believe the children of southern Cameroon were being educated properly. With this going, the revolt expanded to involve the whole population, and today the whole territory is under revolt. Internet is cut, people are captured left and right and thrown in jail, the leaders have been thrown in jail, and today it's an ungovernable place. What we want to do in this series is capture the voices of the people of southern Cameroon. And one of the voices that we captured on 11 February 2017 was the voice of Mr. Julius Tangwe, the spokesperson of the Southern Cameroon Restoration Movement in Minnesota.
There are two forces that struggle on earth, good and evil. There is nothing in the middle. The kind of actions that we've seen on the ground in southern Cameroon, girls raped, girls taken out of university dormitories and robbed in sewage, people being kicked, people shot and killed, people who are arrested for no good reason and transported across international borders to Yaoundé to be tried. That is pure evil, and it is just that. We can't call it something else. If you stand for something else and you are a southern Cameroonian, you have embraced evil.
After the speech, I asked Mr. Julius what he thinks the outcome of this present uprising will be.
We will win. Augie, we can't go back. I don't think people understand what is at the core of this struggle. The core of this struggle is this. If your son or daughter comes home today and asks you, "Daddy, am I a slave?" you won't tell the kid, "Oh, yes, you are a slave." That kid is asking you that question because he or she is likely angry because somebody called them a slave. What we are involved in now is not just for ourselves. We don't want our children and grandchildren to grow up and be called a slave by somebody someday who has come to settle in their place and take over their lives. Slavery is a sin. Slavery is a crime. Slavery is wrong. And that is the main thing that we are fighting for. So those who are struggling to be leaders in the Southern Cameroon struggle need to understand that this is the main thing that is leading us. It's not power, it's not position or anything, it's slavery. We don't want our children and our grandchildren, just as we are being called in La République du Cameroun les ennemis dans la maison, les Biafra, which means we are unqualified to be Southern Cameroon in La République du Cameroun, which is what really creates a paradox in my mind. You call people enemies in the house and you won't let them go. You call people Le Biafra, Le Chevu, you won't let them go. So what is your problem? It means you are instead the confused person. We know where we come from, we know where we are, we know where we are heading. But it's showing that La République du Cameroun is confused. Allez chez vous, Le Biafra, le sugar that cannot melt in a pond of water and all the like. And then you don't want to let us go. You are going and holding our children to force them to go to school. You are killing them. Who is the confused person here? So our leaders need to understand that slavery is at the heart of this movement. If you have ever stood against slavery, you don't have to stand aside and watch this go on. We need to go to the finish line.
I'm going to give you a proposition and see what you think, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking that if the people of La République were allowed on their own, if they were an independent people, they will not be doing what they're doing to us. I think they are being masterminded by the French because they are interested in our resources, they're interested in expanding their dying language. And so is there something redeeming to the people of La République by this proposition?
I will tell you that when you look at the basis of social analysis, political relations, international relations, philosophical formulations, anthropology, economics. Of all these stages that we have covered in the movement, economics remains the main issue. It's because of economic control and exploitation. And anybody who is doubting that France is not behind all what is going on in southern Cameroon through La République du Cameroun, they are mistaken. La République citizens are also taken hostage, and they need to know that they are also taken hostage. They are not free themselves the way they should be. Why do I say this? Over our experiences with La République du Cameroun, public policies used to come when the Cameroon president visits France, and then from the Champs-Élysées, policies are enacted. There are strategic positions in Cameroon where French citizens are still there, especially like the military advisors and all the like. And it's a burden for the people of La République to think that they are free. They are not free. And were France to be taken out of this equation, I'm sure the people of East Cameroon and West Cameroon will likely resolve this problem in a different way, and maybe in a more dignified and understanding way. Not that we are afraid to, not that we hate people in East Cameroon. We do not. It's a system that the French are using that is perilous to the coexistence and the autonomous existence of the two peoples.
Please share your thoughts, share your memories about that song and what it meant to you. I really appreciate it. And also subscribe to our channel and contribute, because this year we want to do a lot of production and we want you to be part of that production by helping us do more.